Research on the impact of staying up late at age 70. 1. Introduction. Sleep plays a vital role in overall human health, especially for older adults. From the brain, cardiovascular system, and lungs to energy levels, disease resistance, and mental state, all are profoundly affected by sleep quality. A good night's sleep not only helps the body recover but also enhances learning, memory, reaction time, problem solving, concentration, decision-making, and creativity. For individuals in their 70s, a stage where physiological functions tend to decline, the role of sleep becomes even more critical. Insufficient sleep can lead to significant negative impacts on both physical and mental health. This report will focus on researching the harms of staying up late for people in their 70s, while also examining scientific evidence, expert advice, natural changes in sleep with age, comparisons with other age groups, and proposing measures to improve sleep. The goal is to provide a comprehensive overview of this issue, helping to raise awareness about the importance of sleep for the health of older adults. 2. Harms of staying up late at age 70. Impact on the cardiovascular system. Staying up late and sleep deprivation are closely linked to an increased risk of cardiovascular diseases in older adults. Blood pressure tends to decrease during normal sleep, but when sleep is disrupted or insufficient, blood pressure may remain elevated for longer periods. This prolonged state can lead to hypertension, one of the leading risk factors for heart disease and stroke. Research shows that older adults who sleep less than 7 hours per night have a higher risk of cardiovascular disease. Notably, sleeping too much, over 10 hours per night, also shows a connection with an increased risk, suggesting that sleep quality is as important as quantity. Additionally, irregular sleep, with inconsistent bedtimes and wake-up times, can also increase the risk of atherosclerosis, a condition where plaque builds up in the artery walls, obstructing blood flow and potentially leading to heart attack or stroke. A change of more than 90 minutes in weekly bedtime has been shown to significantly increase the risk of coronary artery calcification. Furthermore, sleep deprivation can cause changes in metabolism and lead to weight gain, another risk factor for cardiovascular disease. Sleep disorders can affect hormones that regulate appetite, leading to overeating and weight gain, thereby increasing the risk of heart problems. Although one study focused on the link between sleep and dementia, the finding that sleeping less than 5 hours per night doubles the risk of developing dementia compared to those sleeping 6 to 8 hours indirectly shows the importance of sleep for cardiovascular health in older adults, as poor cardiovascular health can affect blood flow to the brain, contributing to cognitive decline. Impact on cognitive function. Sleep plays a pivotal role in maintaining and enhancing cognitive function, especially in older adults. Staying up late and sleep deprivation can lead to various memory problems. Sleep is necessary for processing and retaining new information, and staying up late disrupts this process, causing memory impairment. Besides, sleep deprivation also makes it difficult to concentrate and maintain attention. Reduced alertness due to insufficient sleep can affect the ability to perform daily activities and increase the risk of accidents. More seriously, staying up late and sleep deprivation are associated with an increased risk of dementia and Alzheimer's disease. Research shows a strong link between poor sleep quality and the development of dementia, possibly even a causal relationship. Both sleeping too little and sleeping too much are associated with cognitive decline in older adults. Sleep helps remove toxic proteins from the brain, and when sleep is insufficient, the accumulation of these proteins can contribute to neurodegenerative diseases. Another alarming finding is that insufficient sleep can activate genes related to biological aging in older adults. Just one night of partial sleep deprivation has shown signs of decline in the cell growth and division cycle. This suggests that sleep deprivation can accelerate the aging process at a molecular level, potentially affecting cognitive function in the long term. In addition, excessive daytime napping, especially for more than 90 minutes, has also been linked to greater cognitive decline in older adults. This suggests that nighttime sleep quality is more important than total sleep time, and excessive napping may be a sign of poor nighttime sleep, thus creating a vicious cycle that negatively affects cognition. Impact on the immune system. The immune system in older adults tends to be weaker than in younger people, and staying up late can exacerbate this situation. Sleep deprivation weakens the immune system, making the body more susceptible to infections. During sleep, the immune system produces proteins called cytokines, which play a crucial role in regulating immune responses and fighting infections and inflammation. When sleep is insufficient, the body may produce fewer of these protective cytokines, reducing the ability to fight off pathogens like viruses and bacteria. The natural aging process also weakens the immune system in older adults, making immune responses slower and the number of immune cells lower. Therefore, staying up late will further reduce the ability to recover from illnesses at this age. Furthermore, chronic sleep deprivation can lead to chronic inflammation and an increased risk of inflammatory-related diseases, including cardiovascular disease and diabetes. Sleep deprivation disrupts immune responses, leading to an increase in inflammatory signals in the body. Chronic inflammation is a known risk factor for many common diseases in older adults. Other harms, besides the impacts on the cardiovascular system, cognitive function, and the immune system, staying up late at age 70 can also cause other harms. Sleep deprivation leads to fatigue, confusion, and reduced coordination, increasing the risk of falls and accidents. Falls are a common cause of serious injuries in older adults, and staying up late adds to this risk. In addition, sleep deprivation can also cause mood problems such as anxiety and depression. Sleep plays an important role in regulating emotions, and when sleep is disrupted, mood can be negatively affected, increasing symptoms of anxiety and depression. Another potential harm of staying up late is that it can accelerate the process of biological aging. Research shows that sleep deprivation can cause changes at the cellular level related to aging, and this can lead to age-related health problems appearing earlier. 3. Scientific evidence. Numerous scientific studies and medical evidence have demonstrated the harms of staying up late for the health of older adults, especially those in their 70s. A study from the University of Southern California, UCLA, conducted on 29 older adults aged 61 to 86 found that just one night of partial sleep deprivation, only 4 hours of sleep, activated genes related to biological aging in their bodies. Researchers discovered that after one night of sleep deprivation, the participants' blood showed signs of decline in the cell growth and division cycle. They concluded that these findings causally link sleep deprivation to the molecular processes associated with biological aging, suggesting that insufficient sleep may increase the risk of chronic diseases by activating the molecular pathways that drive biological aging. A long-term study by Harvard Medical School followed 2,800 individuals aged 65 and older for several years. This study found that those who slept less than 5 hours per night were twice as likely to develop dementia compared to those who slept 6 to 8 hours per night. This highlights the importance of getting enough sleep for protecting cognitive function in older adults. A study published in the Journal of the American Heart Association analyzed sleep data from over 12,000 adults in Sweden and followed them for up to 18 years. The study showed that people with irregular sleep habits, such as varying bedtimes and total sleep duration, had a higher risk of developing atherosclerosis compared to those with stable sleep schedules. Specifically, those whose sleep duration varied by more than 2 hours within the same week were 1.4 times more likely to have high levels of coronary artery calcification, a major contributor to cardiovascular events like heart attack and stroke. Research from Washington University in St. Louis tracked the cognitive function of 100 older adults over an average period of 4.5 years, while also collecting data on sleep and signs of Alzheimer's disease. The results showed a U-shaped relationship between sleep duration and cognitive decline. Cognitive scores declined in those who slept less than 4.5 hours or more than 6.5 hours per night, as measured by electroencephalography, while scores remained stable in those in the middle range. This indicates that both too little and too much sleep can be harmful to cognitive function in older adults. A multi-center study conducted on 5 cohorts of older adults in Northern Europe, with a total of 5,631 participants, mean age 77.7 years, and mean follow-up of 4.16 years, examined the association between self-reported sleep disturbances and various cognitive domains. This study found that subjective sleep disturbances, including short or long sleep duration, insomnia symptoms, difficulty falling asleep, nighttime awakenings, and early awakenings, and excessive daytime napping, more than 2 hours, were all associated with poorer cognition and faster cognitive decline. Studies have also shown that sleep deprivation can reduce the production of cytokines, important proteins that help regulate immune responses and fight infections. Additionally, sleep deprivation is linked to increased signs of inflammation in the body, which can weaken the immune system and increase the risk of chronic diseases. 4. Effects of staying up late. Based on the research materials provided, there is no significant evidence to suggest that staying up late offers substantial positive effects for individuals in their 70s. While some people may feel more alert during later hours, this feeling is often temporary and can be accompanied by other negative impacts such as daytime fatigue, difficulty concentrating, and the long-term health issues mentioned above. The natural circadian rhythm of older adults typically shifts towards earlier sleep and earlier wake times. Trying to go against this natural rhythm by staying up late can cause more negative effects than any real benefits. Therefore, caution is advised, and staying up late should not be considered a healthy habit for individuals in their 70s. 5. Expert advice. Medical experts and reputable health organizations recommend that older adults, including those in their 70s, should get 7 to 9 hours of sleep each night to maintain optimal health. Although the need for sleep does not decrease with age, sleep quality can change, with sleep becoming lighter and more easily disrupted. Therefore, establishing and maintaining healthy sleep habits is crucial. Experts advise going to bed and waking up at the same time every day, including weekends, to help regulate the body's circadian rhythm. Creating a quiet, dark, and cool sleep environment is also important for good sleep. It is recommended to avoid stimulants such as caffeine and nicotine, as well as alcohol, especially in the evening before bed. Eating too much or too little before bed can also affect sleep, so it's best to have a light dinner and avoid eating too close to bedtime. Regular physical activity during the day can help improve sleep, but avoid exercising too close to bedtime. Managing stress through relaxation techniques such as meditation, deep breathing, or yoga can also help improve sleep quality. Napping can be helpful for some people, but it should be limited to about 20 to 30 minutes and avoided too late in the day so as not to interfere with nighttime sleep. The bed should be used only for sleep and intimacy, avoiding activities like watching TV, reading, or working in bed. Finally, if you experience difficulty sleeping, consulting a doctor is important to identify and treat any underlying health issues that may be causing sleep disturbances. 6. Natural sleep changes in older adults. As people age, their sleep patterns naturally undergo changes. Older adults often tend to go to bed earlier in the evening and wake up earlier in the morning compared to when they were younger. This shift is due to alterations in the circadian rhythm, the body's internal clock that regulates the sleep-wake cycle. Additionally, sleep in older adults tends to become shorter and lighter, with a decrease in the time spent in deep sleep, slow-wave sleep, and REM, rapid eye movement, sleep stages. This means older adults may wake up more easily during the night and may not feel fully rested even if they have slept for an adequate number of hours. The reduced production of melatonin, a hormone crucial for regulating sleep, and growth hormone also contributes to these changes. Older adults may also experience more frequent nighttime awakenings due to various factors, including the need for more frequent urination, chronic pain, or sleep disorders like sleep apnea or restless legs syndrome. Sleep efficiency, which is the ratio of actual sleep time to the total time spent in bed, tends to decrease in older adults, indicating they may spend more time in bed but sleep less. These natural changes in sleep can influence the habit of staying up late. Since older adults tend to feel sleepy earlier, trying to stay up late can go against their natural circadian rhythm, leading to difficulty falling asleep, lighter sleep, and the various negative impacts already discussed. 7. Comparison with other age groups. The impact of staying up late is not the same for different age groups. While sleep deprivation is harmful to cardiovascular health at all ages, older adults may be more vulnerable due to underlying cardiovascular conditions or other existing risk factors. Younger people may recover more quickly from a night of sleep deprivation compared to older adults, as their cardiovascular systems are generally more resilient and better able to adapt to the stress caused by lack of sleep. Regarding cognitive function, older adults have a higher risk of cognitive decline due to the natural aging process. Sleep deprivation can accelerate this process and increase the risk of diseases like Alzheimer's. Children and adolescents may experience impaired learning and concentration due to sleep deprivation, but the long-term impact on cognition may differ from that in older adults, as the brains of older adults may be less able to compensate for the negative effects of sleep loss. The immune system of older adults is already weakened, and staying up late can exacerbate this, making them more susceptible to infections and illnesses compared to younger individuals with stronger immune systems. Younger people may have a faster recovery of their immune system after periods of sleep deprivation. Research also shows that sleep deprivation activates genes related to biological aging in older adults, and this effect may be less pronounced in younger individuals. Although sleep deprivation affects all age groups negatively, its impact can be particularly severe for older adults due to their already declining bodily functions and reduced resilience. One study comparing cognitive performance across different age groups found that adolescents and young adults performed better than children on cognitive tests, but adolescents reported higher levels of sleepiness, suggesting the effects of sleep deprivation can vary across different developmental stages. Finally, sleep deprivation negatively affects mood at all ages, but older adults may be more vulnerable due to underlying mental health issues. Research shows that sleep deprivation increases both negative emotions and decreases positive emotions in adolescents and adults. 8. Measures to improve sleep. To improve sleep and avoid staying up late at age 70, there are many measures and healthy habits that can be adopted. Establishing a regular sleep schedule by going to bed and waking up at the same time each day, including weekends, is crucial. Creating a relaxing bedtime routine, such as reading a book, listening to soft music, or taking a warm bath, can help the body and mind prepare for sleep. Ensuring the bedroom is quiet, dark, and cool is also key for good sleep. Avoid using electronic devices like phones, tablets, and TVs at least an hour before bed, as the blue light emitted from them can inhibit the production of the sleep hormone melatonin. Lifestyle adjustments also play an important role. Regular exercise during the day can help improve sleep, but avoid exercising too close to bedtime. Limit the consumption of caffeine and alcohol, especially in the evening. Avoid eating heavy meals or going to bed hungry. Drink enough water during the day but limit fluid intake in the evening to minimize nighttime urination. Managing existing health conditions such as chronic pain, heart disease, diabetes, or respiratory problems is also important for improving sleep. Reviewing current medications with a doctor is advisable, as some medications can cause insomnia as a side effect. Treating sleep disorders such as sleep apnea or restless legs syndrome should also be done if present. Other supportive measures include trying relaxation techniques like meditation, yoga, or cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, to reduce stress and anxiety, thereby improving sleep. The use of supplementary therapies like melatonin should be done cautiously and under the guidance of a doctor. Finally, if insomnia persists and does not improve, seeking help from sleep specialists is necessary for thorough evaluation and treatment. 9. Conclusion. Staying up late at age 70 poses several potential health risks, especially for the cardiovascular system, cognitive function, and immune system. Scientific evidence has clearly shown the link between sleep deprivation and an increased risk of chronic diseases, memory impairment, weakened immunity, and accelerated aging. There is no reliable evidence to suggest that staying up late provides significant health benefits for individuals in this age group. Expert medical advice emphasizes the importance of getting enough sleep, 7 to 9 hours per night, and maintaining healthy sleep habits to protect physical and mental health at age 70. Older adults need to be aware of the natural changes in sleep that occur with age and adjust their lifestyle habits to prioritize quality sleep. Compared to other age groups, individuals in their 70s may be more vulnerable to the negative impacts of staying up late due to their already diminished bodily functions. Therefore, adopting measures to improve sleep is crucial for maintaining the best possible health and quality of life at this age.